CJ as Romeo, Divina as Juliet, Jericho as Friar Lawrence and Mercutio, Lara as Juliet's nurse, Jeremy as Benvolio and Balthasar,
Karen as Lady Capulet, Ravens as Tybalt and Capulet, Jared as Montague and the Guard, CJ as Friar John, and Mark as Prince Iscalus and Paris.
What truly is love? Is it sacrifice? Is it to hope for possibilities of what you know is impossible? To cling to disobedience just to pursue your deeply desired? Introducing a story of tragic and love to lovers, Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare.
It is sometime in the early 1500s. Benvolio and Romeo walk along a road in Verona, Italy. Benvolio tries to cheer up his friend who has been rejected by a girl named Rosaline.
Forget about Rosalind. Let's go to the costume party the Capulets are giving tonight. You meet someone else.
I can't go to the Capulet's house. I am Montague. We are sworn enemies.
Enough of your father feud. We'll wear masks and no one will know who we are. And if you go, you'll catch a glimpse of Rosalind.
Meanwhile, in the Capulet house, Lady Capulet talks to Juliet and Juliet's nurse.
Nurse, you know my daughter is almost 14.
Yes, in a couple of weeks.
So it's time she married. Juliet, what do you think of that?
I never dreamed of such an honor.
The good man Paris now seeks your hand. He'll be at the party tonight. Read his face like a diary. And tell me if you like what's written there.
I try to see what you want me to.
It's the night of the Capulets' party. Romeo, Benvolio, and Mercutio enter wearing masks.
Welcome. I hope you'll all dance.
Romeo notices Juliet.
Who is that lady? She is so radiant that she teaches tortoise how to shine. I've never seen such a beauty.
At the same time, Tybalt notices Romeo. He drew his sword.
That's the voice of a Montague. How dare he come here? What's wrong? Put down your sword.
Uncle, that Montague is your enemy.
Don't create an uproar tonight. It's only young Romeo.
All right, but I'll see to him later.
At the same time, Romeo approaches Juliet. They fall in love instantly.
I hope I did not offend you by approaching you with just an introduction. Would you like to dance?
I would.
Romeo kisses Juliet's hand. They dance dreamily only a few moments before Juliet's nurse interrupts.
Juliet, your mother wants a word with you.
Juliet leaves.
Who is her mother?
The lady of the house.
So, she a Capulet? Oh no!
We better go.
Romeo and Benvolio leave. The nurse rejoins Juliet.
Who was that boy? I hope he's not married.
He's Romeo, the only son of your father's worst enemy.
My only hate is not my only love.
The next night, Romeo wanders dejectedly around the Capulet's orchard.
I should go home, but I can take my body where my heart won't follow.
A figure appears in the window above. Romeo sees that it's Juliet.
Wait, what light is that in the window? It is Juliet, more beautiful than the sun.
Juliet is awake, thinking about Romeo. She doesn't know he is outside.
Oh, Romeo. Why are you called Romeo? It's only your name. That is my enemy. And a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Romeo, give up your name for me.
Call me your love, and I won't be Romeo anymore.
Who's there?
I tell you my name, if I didn't hate it so much.
Romeo? What are you doing here? The guards will kill you.
It's love that brought me here. I have to know if you love me too. Let them kill me. It would be worth it to hear you say you love me.
I have to go. My nurse is coming. If you mean what you say, let me know tomorrow. I'll send someone to set a wedding date. If you agree to a time and place, I'll know you are sincere.
Send someone at 9 o'clock.
It seems like 20 years until then. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Let us say goodnight until tomorrow.
Early the next morning, Romy visits Friar Lawrence at the monastery.
Why are you up so early?
I am in love with Juliet of the Capulets. She loves me too. Can you marry us today?
Weren't you in love with Rosaline just a few days ago?
This is completely different. Juliet and I join in a spirit already.
I knew your love for Rosaline wasn't real. She knew it too. Now, your love for Juliet may be a chance to bring peace to both your warring households. I'll help, but we must be careful. Those who are hasty often stumble.
Later that day, Mercutio and Benvolio walked down the street.
Where was Romeo last night?
His father said he was out all night. You know, Tybalt sent a letter challenging him to a duel.
Romeo is in no state to fight Tybalt. He's completely lovesick and Tybalt is a fierce fighter.
Romeo walks up.
Where were you last night?
I had some business.
Just then, Julie's nurse walks up.
I'm looking for young Romeo.
I am Romeo.
I must speak with you in private.
The old lady's asking him out.
Mercutio and Benvolio leave.
Juliet wants to know if you were telling your true feelings last night.
I give you my word. I have arranged a wedding at Friar Lawrence this afternoon.
You look as lovesick as Juliet. I'll tell her.
Meanwhile, Juliet waits for her nurse.
She left 3 hours ago. Talk about slow. I think some old folks rehearse being dead before they die.
The nurse comes in.
What did he say?
I'm so tired from the walk. Let me catch my breath.
You have the breath to say you're tired. Don't you have the breath to tell me? Yes or no? Tell me now.
The wedding's on. Now eat your lunch. Then we'll be on our way to Friar Lawrence.
Juliet and her nurse go to see Friar Lawrence. Romeo is waiting. Friar Lawrence conducts the wedding ceremony. The same afternoon, Benvolio and Mercutio are talking in the street. Tybalt and several other Capulet men approach.
I'd like a word with one of you.
Just a word, not a word in a fight.
I'll fight if you give me a reason, Mercutio. You're a friend of Romeo, aren't you?
I am. So?
Just then, Romeo appears.
Ah, there's my man.
Tybalt, there are good reason for us not to fight. Your name is now dear as to me, as my own.
You're a villain. Draw your sword.
Tybalt, you can't talk to my friend like that.
Tybalt and Mercutio fight.
Tybalt, Mercutio, stop!
Tybalt stabs Mercutio and runs away.
Stop me. A curse on both your families. You've made worms me out of me. Help me, Benvolio.
Benvolio carries Mercutio to a neighbor house for help. His son comes back.
Mercutio is dead.
Just then, Tybalt returns.
Tybalt, draw your sword. You kill my friend. Now, one of us will join him.
I'm afraid it will have to be you.
Tybalt and Romeo fight. Tybalt falls dead.
Romeo, get out of here fast. The prince will surely sentence you to death.
Romeo Ruby flees as a crowd gathers. The confusion draws not only the prince but also Montague, Capulet, Lady Montague, and Lady Capulet.
Benvolio, how did this begin?
Tybalt killed Mercutio, and Romeo killed Tybalt in revenge.
Romeo must pay with his life.
No, Romeo does not deserve to die. He was only avenging his friend's death.
I hereby sentence Romeo to exile. If he comes back to Verona, he must die.
Meanwhile, Juliet is in her chamber. Her nurse bursts in.
What news do you have of Romeo?
He's dead. He's dead.
What are you saying?
I saw it in my own eyes. A gaping wound in Tybalt's chest.
What? Are you saying that Romeo and Tybalt are both dead?
Tybalt is dead, and Romeo exiled. Romeo killed Tybalt.
Romeo killed my cousin? How can it be?
There's no honesty in men.
I can't curse the husband I vowed to love only 3 hours ago. Romeo is good. It must be that if Romeo had not killed Tybalt, Tybalt would have killed him. Oh, I feel better already. My husband, who would have been killed by my cousin, is alive. If only he were not exiled. I'll never see him again, will I?
I know he is hiding in Friar Lawrence's cell.
Oh, please find him, nurse, and give him this ring.
Meanwhile, Romeo and Friar Lawrence are in the monastery.
Death would be easier than punishment. How can I live without Juliet? Every cat, dog, and mouse is free to look at her. And I am not a prince. Kill me with that word, exiled.
If madmen have ears, listen to me.
There is a knock at the door. Juliet's nurse enters.
Nurse, how is Juliet? Don't she think I am nothing but a murderer?
She cries out all the time. Sometimes for Tybalt, sometimes for you.
I'll kill myself now.
Stop! If you kill yourself, Juliet destroyed as well. Now you and Joy are both alive, and tonight you can be together. Those who never appreciate their good fortune die miserable. Go now and comfort Juliet. Just be sure to leave Verona before daybreak. While you're in exile, you can beg pardon from the prince.
I'll go tell Juliet that Romeo is coming.
She gives him the ring.
This will give me comfort.
Back at the Capulet house, Juliet's tutor Paris sits with Capulet and Lady Capulet. None of them know that Juliet has secretly married Romeo.
Juliet dearly loved her cousin Tybalt. She is so sick with grief that she won't come down tonight. I understand. A time of tragedy is not a time to fall in love.
I'll talk to her tomorrow when her sorrow has lightened.
I think she will agree to marry you. Let's set the wedding date for Thursday. That's fine. How I wish Thursday were tomorrow.
At the dawn, Romeo and Juliet stand on Juliet's balcony.
You don't have to go yet. That was the nightingale singing, not the lark. It's not daylight that we see.
I will claim that daylight is moonlight. Juliet, I see anything to make you happy.
No, you must go. That false lark was harmed. As now that is morning, they will be looking for you.
Juliet, your mother's coming.
Farewell?
Romeo climbs out the window as Juliet's mother comes in.
Juliet, you look pale. Are you still weeping for your cousin's death? Tears will not bring him back.
I can't stop crying.
I'm sure you grieve also because that murderer Romeo is still alive.
It's true that Romeo grieves my heart.
But listen now, I have some happy news. On Thursday morning, you'll marry the good Count Paris at St. Peter's Church.
I don't want to get married yet. And if I did well, I'd sooner marry Romeo, whom you hate, than Paris.
Here comes your father. Tell him that yourself.
What's wrong, Juliet? Still crying? Haven't you heard the news?
He's heard, but she'll have none of it.
You're not happy that I found you such a good husband?
I can't be thankful for your misguided love.
Listen, Juliet, you'll be married Thursday in St. Peter's Church, even if I have to drag you there.
Oh, Mother, help me delay this marriage by a month or a week.
I've had enough of this.
Juliet's parents leave.
Oh, nurse, how can I marry Paris when Romeo is still alive?
Romeo is as good as dead. It's best you marry Paris.
You really think so?
With all my soul.
You're right. Please go tell my mother I have gone to Friar Lawrence. I need to confess that I have displeased my father.
I will.
You fickle old witch. I never trust you again.
Friar Lawrence is in his cell, talking with Paris.
On Thursday? That's very soon. You don't know yet what Julian thinks.
She weeps and weeps for Tybalt's death. So I don't dare talk of love. Her father thinks that the sooner we marry, the sooner she'll recover from her grief.
Just then, Juliet enters.
Hello, my wife.
I'm not your wife yet.
Have you come to make confession?
That's none of your business. Father, do you have a moment?
I do. Please pardon us, sir.
Until Thursday morning, Juliet.
Friar, what should I do? My heart is joined to Romeo's. If I'm forced to marry someone else, why? I'd rather die.
I have a remedy. Go home and agree to marry Paris. On Wednesday night, make sure your nurse is not in the chamber when you go to bed. Drink the contents of this vial. It will make you appear to be dead for 24 hours. Till bury you in the family tomb. When you wake up, Romeo will be there to take you to Manta where he is living, but you must not be afraid.
Thank you.
I'll have Friar John carry a letter to Romeo right away.
The night before the wedding, Juliet's mother and nurse tried to help her with the jewelry and dress.
Please, leave me alone tonight. I'd like to say my prayers.
The older women leave.
What if this mixture falls in some way? What if it doesn't work and I have to get married tomorrow? Or what if it kills me? Or what if I wake up before Romeo comes to get me? I could suffocate in the tomb alongside Tybalt. Oh, Romeo! Romeo, I drink to you.
The next morning, Capulet sends the nurse out to fetch Juliet.
Wake up! Wake up! It's your wedding day! Wake up!
She pulls open the bed curtains.
You slugabet! Get up now! Why are you wearing yesterday's clothes? Oh no! No! She's dead!
Lady Capulet enters the room.
What's all the noise about?
Our sweet Juliet is dead! What a horrible day this is!
My only child? My life?
Help!
Lord Capulet comes in.
Get Juliet up. The groom is here.
Our child has already married dead!
Capulet checks Juliet's pulse. He finds none. He is speechless with shock. Then Friar Lawrence and Paris come in.
Is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. My child is dead.
How cruel. I have been wronged and spited by death.
The wedding has become a funeral. The bridal flowers must dress the corpse.
Meanwhile, in his house in Mantua, Romeo wakes up.
How strange. I dreamed that Juliet come and find me dead. She kissed me, and I come back to life.
Romeo's servant, Balthasar, comes in.
Balthasar, what new in there from Verona? How it's Juliet? If she well, then nothing can be bad.
I am sorry to report that she is dead. Juliet sleeps in the Capulet vault.
Ooh, it cannot be. Get my horse. I am going to grave. Why didn't the friar send word of this?
Please slow down. You're still shocked.
Romeo doesn't know the truth, so he buys the fatal poison. Then he hurries toward the Capulet tomb.
I lied with Juliet tonight.
Meanwhile, Friar John goes to Friar Lawrence's cell.
Friar John, welcome back from Mantua. What does Romeo say? A brother of our order went to Mantua with me. He had been taking care of the sick, so officials feared that we might be carrying an illness. We were not allowed to enter the city. Then who took my letter to Romeo? I could get known to take it to him. They were all afraid of illness. Oh no! That letter was urgent! Friar John, give me a crowbar, quickly!
Friar John gets a crowbar.
Juliet will wake within 3 hours, and Romeo will be there. I'll bring her here and write again to Romeo.
Meanwhile, Paris and the page go to Juliet's tomb.
Keep watch. Page, whistle to me if anyone comes.
The page obeys. Paris begins scattering flowers in the tomb. Then he hears footsteps.
Who's that?
Paris sees Romeo and Balthasar with a torch, axe, and crowbar. He quickly hides so he can watch them.
Balthasar, give me that tools. Tomorrow, give this letter to my father. I am opening the tomb to see my lady's face and to take a ring I need from his fingers. Now, go away. If you return to see what else I plan to do, I killed you.
I will be gone, sir.
Balthasar is suspicious, but he leaves. Then Paris comes out of the shadows.
That is Romeo, who killed my love's cousin, and her grief caused her to die. In turn, I will arrest him. He should be exiled. Stop, you villain Montague. I have caught you in Verona, so you must die. Your funeral is overdue.
Leave me alone. I am armed against myself. I might do harm. I am desperate man.
I hereby arrest you.
You are forcing me to kill you.
They fight, and Paris falls.
I am slain. Please, bury me with Juliet.
I faith I will.
Romeo opens the tomb and lays Paris in it.
Here lies Juliet, and there lies Tybalt. Forgive me, Tybalt and Juliet. Even death could not conquer your beauty. How can you still glow with life in this dark tomb? I drink this to you, my sweet.
Romeo drinks the potion and dies. Meanwhile, Friar Lawrence runs up to where Balthasar is waiting.
Who's there?
A friend.
Balthasar, who is in the tomb, lighting it up with his lamp?
My master Romeo. He was forbidden me on my life to follow him in.
Then I'll go alone.
Lawrence enters the tomb.
Whose blood is this? Romeo and Paris too, slain, and now the lady's tears.
Juliet wakes up.
Father, where is Romeo?
Come away, my lady. Your husband lies dead, in Paris too. Quickly, I'll take you to a nunnery.
No, I will not go with you.
The friar leaves.
Romeo, how could you take all the poison and live? None for me?
Juliet stabs herself with Romeo's dagger.
Oh, happy dagger, let me die.
Meanwhile, Paris' page, alarmed by the noise, goes to find some guards who search the grounds. They discover all the bodies, and they stop the friar and Balthazar. Then the guards summon the prince, the Montagues, and the Capulets.
What brings us here at this early hour?
Paris is slain, and Romeo is dead. Juliet, who has been dead 2 days, lies newly killed, and we have caught a friar and Romeo's man, Balthazar, both carrying tools to open a tomb.
Look how our poor daughter bleeds.
My son is dead. What more could go wrong?
This must be cleared up.
Friar Lawrence explained all he knows of the story, beginning with the wedding of Romeo and Juliet.
Friar, we know you to be an honest man, but we need information.
My master gave me this letter to give to his father tomorrow.
The letter confirms what the friar said. Romeo wrote that he bought a poison so that he might die here and be buried with Juliet. Capulet, Montague, see what your feuding has cost? Everyone has been punished. Death is only waiting.
Oh, Montague, give me your hand, since I cannot offer my daughter in marriage to your son. This is the best I can do.
I will raise a gold statue of Juliet, so all Verona will remember her.
A sad piece. This is. There has never been a story more full of woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.